Hey everyone, we're back. Had to take a quick, or not quick, but little stop in between. But we're back to do the part 2 of this. You can just sew them in like they are, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it like I done the other one, and we're going to round the corners and do some distressing. So I didn't want to try to do all that in one video and make it super long. So, still got the cough. But what we're going to do is find something that's going to go with this and put on here. Where'd my pad paper go? So, you want to find something that's going to kind of go with that. Let's see. That'd be cute. I guess I could do it over here, huh? So y'all can see what I'm doing. I was thinking this one might be cute. That one. This one got two of, so I know I've got enough of it. Just got one of those left. That's pretty. I don't think it would go with it. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this colorful one. So what you're going to want to do is have it cut a little shorter than this is. Well, if I can find somewhere to sit this, be helpful. So you want to be a little bit shorter. So I want to be, I'm not good at measuring, so we're not going to try to do no measuring. So I want it to be somewhere around here. So I'm going to go twice that. Okay. And then cut there and there. And you can always cut it down. I'd rather have too much than too little, because you can't add to, but you can cut down. So that's about perfect. That's about what I wanted. So we're going to need two of these. So you want to go ahead and cut two. Sorry. Give me just a sec. Okay, sorry about that. Just so I can let my husband know I'm going to be making a video. Forgot to do that before I started. Because if I don't, he sure will call. We're good at that. Just as he's a truck driver, and just as soon as he pulls into a station or somewhere where to drop his load, I call him every time. Don't know that's what he's doing, but somehow I end up calling him. So what I'm going to do is round the corners. Got all the corners rounded. Now the last time I done it, I ended up using a white one, but being that this book's kind of colorful anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it this color. And what I'm going to do is take I've used white and I distressed the edges brown. So you don't have to worry about doing that with this one. You just got to pick which one you want, and I don't know. I think I'll go with the candied apple. Oh. I should get my brush out. Okay. I don't think I've got... I know how I'll do it. I don't need that. I'll do it this way. It's just putting a little bit of color on the edge. Knew what I was doing the first time. Second guessing myself. Just stain the tips of the edges all the way around. Trying to do it fast and it's going too far in. Okay. That one done. You can probably hear my dog snoring. She snores loud. This takes a minute. So when we're doing this, how was everyone's day? Mine was pretty good. I've been thinking about trying to start a live stream or do live streams. Y'all let me know if that's something y'all'd like to watch or for me to do. If it is, leave a comment and try to do a live stream. And I used wipes to clean it up, and I'll use these wipes in some of my crafts too. So nobody thinks I'm wasting. I am not wasting. I will use that. Okay. Okay. I got that. Now, just take your paper, unfold it, front and back, take and glue it down. Now you don't have to do this to stress. That's just something I like doing. I've got it, so I like using it every chance I get. You don't have to. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. And if you do have it and don't want to do it, then don't do it. You can absolutely do it how you want to do it. That's just the way I want to do it. So then get it on there straight. Straight as possible. Mine's probably not completely straight, but okay. Then just do the same thing on the other side. Glue, 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 glue. I go through a lot of glue sticks. Oh, can't use that one. Won't be able to use it. Something else. Almost forgot to get a new baby wipe. Get the glue up. Alright. And then glue it down. There you go. Now it's not just plain purple. Got some design to it. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is take these pages And what I do with my tool, around the edges on them. These are already rounded. And this is another process. And like I said, you do not have to do it like this. It's just the way I wanted to do it. If it'll... Sorry, I'm being silent. There's ain't a whole lot to say. I love making these journals and love selling them and seeing people get pleasure out of them. And I've made one for both of my daughters. I've made one for my sons. Both of my sons wanted one, so I made theirs, of course, more boyish. But paper's shorter. It's weird. But I've made some for friends, and I've sold quite a few on my Etsy shop. So it's just fun. And it gets me extra money that I put back into my crafts. Every bit of the money I make, I get to buy more. I get to put it back into my crafts. Get more craft supplies or whatever I need. I just make sure what's given to me is put back into giving to y'all. Okay. Almost done here. This magazine is from 1968, I believe, or 1967. pretty old. There. Not my best work, but got all the edges rounded. Okay. Now, put it all back together. Clip it. Make sure it's all straight before you clip it. Okay. It clipped. And then you want to get a, this is the only time you're going to need a ruler. You'll want to figure out where the center is. Where are you? Yeah, that's about it right there. It's going to be your center. And then I normally do it at the bottom at 3 on both ends. 3 on this end, 3 on this end. Then get your pages. Do the same thing. Find the center. Mark it in the center. Mark it at 3 and 3. Okay. Then you have your marks down. I like using a foam pad thing when I go to poke the holes. Makes it a lot easier. Those. Now I normally hold this up like this. Poke it from the center of the book. It normally goes in the center. That one kind of went towards the back, but it'll be okay. Okay, and then you want to get your thread and your needle. Get your thread measured out. Whatever kind of, I'm using wax string. You can use wax string, you can use regular string, you can use a lot of different types. If you don't have the tools I've got, if you don't have a needle and you don't have thread and you don't have a little pokey tool, you can always use the tip of scissors. Be very, very careful. But you can use the tip of your scissors and you can poke a hole through it and kind of run it through it. You do have to have something to poke a hole with. Some kind of string or something to bind it. You can use knitting twine, anything. But if you don't have a needle, then you want to, of course, make the hole a lot bigger. And you can just feed it through with your fingers. Just, of course, my hole ain't big enough, but just feed it through with your fingers and grab it. But I'm going to use my needle for today. Make sure your book is up straight. Make sure your papers are up straight. Make sure all of the papers are still up straight. And where you want, oh, I can't do that now. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Can't do that. But make sure they're all up straight. And you probably want to do this before you poke holes. But my brain wasn't thinking about it. Okay, so they're all upright. Okay, put it through. Put it through the book. Pull it through, leaving some on the inside. Just knocked my glue over and realized it didn't have a cap on it. Then poke it through here and through the papers. Pull it through. Pull it snug. You want to hold this so you don't pull it all the way through. Then come down here at the bottom. Put it through there. And then through your book. Pull it out. Pull it snug. And if you're careful, you won't pull this too far out. But if you do, like I just done, just grab something and pull it back through. Okay, and then you want to, this middle one, you want to go back through it. And then back through your papers. You want to have one string on one side of this middle one on this side, and once you pull it through, one on this side. So it'll look like this. You'll have the one going here, and you'll have one right here, and one over here. So it'd be like a plus sign. Just trying to think. Need some more room to grab it. Pull it tight. Tie it again. Pull it tight. Make sure it's good and tight. I didn't give myself enough to grab it with my hand, so. Then you can either leave these on or you can cut them off. I prefer to cut mine off. I don't like leaving them on there. Put this back up. Then you can take this off. Oh, so worried. Thought I'd done it upside down there for a minute. Even though I checked and double checked and double checked. Then you got your journal. You got the basic parts of your journal. And it's all sewed in and together. Now all you do is go through and what I didn't do is what I should have done is the if you're going to do any type of distressing on the pages like I done on the one book, you want to do that before you put them in. Sorry, I didn't do that to this one, so I didn't think to tell you. But then you want to figure out what kind of closure you want on your book. If you want it to be a tie closure, if you want whatever you want. If you want to just put a string around it and then tie it. I normally poke holes in mine and put ties on it. If you don't have the tool to do that, then by all means take string and just wrap it around, and you can take your any kind of twine you got and just wrap it around your book. This is a lot of string. And tie it up and you got your closure. You can wrap it around your book a couple times and then tie it. Do it however you need to. Don't put a closure on it at all. Just leave it open if that's what you want. It's your journal. Do what you want with it. I'm going to poke holes in mine and do the closure I do on all of them. But in order to do that, I got to find where the center is again. Right there. Okay. I put a mark on it. Flip it over and do the same thing. Find the center. Put a mark. You'll want to go in the same distance. My ruler has lines that go down it also. You can see them. See that line right here? And I always go by that one. I go that far in and I make my mark. So they're both the same distance in. Great. I'll have paper in it. A bunch of it, evidently. Okay. And then, if you have the tool, and you want to poke the holes, or if you have the tool and you don't want to poke the holes, but if you do, then just poke it through. And sometimes it does this. The cloth don't particularly like it getting poked. Okay. And you do the same thing to this side. Poke it. Okay. Then get your brads. I like putting brads on mine. I'm going to use green ones. And I hate the color green, but it'll go good with this book. So, I'm using them. Oh, what am I doing? Push your brad through. These don't go quite all the way through, so I can't use the back piece, but it goes through enough, and this pushes it through enough to where it holds, so it works. Okay. And then, sorry, and then get your whatever string you want to use to the length you want it. You want them both the same, so you want to measure it. And then fold it in half. Okay, then you just stick it through here. I am sorry. My son's being loud. You can tell him a million times to be quiet. You're making a video, but they can't ever be quiet, so. Okay, just put that wherever you want. Just threw it on the floor. Then you put your other one, do the same thing with it. Pull it through. Feed it through it. Oops, sorry. Feed it through the hoop. Pull it tight. Then you got your closure. Just tie it. And you got your book, your journal with the closure. So, pick those tweezers up I just nicely threw on the floor. So you got your journal. Now the only thing that's left to do is your whatever inserts you want, tucks, pockets, whatever you're wanting on the inside. But I'm not going to put that on this video. I'm not going to do that on video because everyone's is different. Everyone likes theirs different. I'm probably going to put some in this book, but just not going to do it on camera. And this video's already long enough. So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked the journal. And if you have not subscribed and would like to, please hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And hit the bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. And until next time, bye guys.